We are in geometry. Geometry is super fun. You guys are going to like it, I think. I like geometry. And I hope I can help it be fun for you guys too. So let's talk about this first section here, absences. What you're agreeing to in the absence policy is that if you ever need to miss class for any reason, it is your responsibility as a student to communicate with me, your teacher, or letting your life coach know what's going on, calling in, just letting somebody know that you won't be here. Communication is key. I need y'all to communicate with me because if I don't know what's going on, I can't help. I want to help. Um, I understand that if I miss more than 10 class days in a row without prior communication with my teacher or my life coach, I will be withdrawn from this class. So, it's pretty impressive if you miss 10 class days in a row because let's talk about what a class day is. Um, if you ever want to reference our calendar as a class, I have a great big copy up on the bulletin board at the front of the room. And here's like the mini version. Here's today, we're on day 1. If you miss 10 class days in a row, meaning you miss Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then this isn't a class day. You miss all of these all the way up 10 days in a row. That will take about 3 weeks of missing class for you to reach 10 days. It's pretty tough to do. So, we're not just kicking people out willy-nilly. We want you here. But if something is preventing you from being here, just let us know. We will work with you. I understand life happens, things happen. You can't always control that, but you can control if you let us know what's going on. Okay. So, um, last point. I understand that if I have any known scheduling conflicts, such as work commitments, I am still expected to turn in assignments on time. Exceptions to deadlines are made on a case by case basis and can only be made if I communicate with my teacher in advance. Do we have any questions about absences? We all feel good about that? We agree with it? Awesome. So let's talk about due dates. This is, I believe, going to be the same for every class. I could be wrong. I don't know how every teacher's doing it. But the way that we are doing it this term in this room is that every week, any assignments for the week are due by Friday at noon. Now, that is the deadline. I'm going to suggest you turn them in the day I assign them because I will usually try to give you plenty of time to do them. Okay. Let's talk about assignments in general. So your very first assignment is that loose paper right here. This is going to be your exit ticket today. Okay. You are going to fill this out and we'll talk more about it in a bit, but you'll sign it, turn it in to me. This is your assignment today. That's all we're doing. So today's day 1. The student classroom agreement is your assignment today. The way that I am going to structure our assignments this term, because of the Friday due date, is I will most likely give you assignments only on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thursdays, I'm going to leave open to allow for you to make corrections to your work, allow you to come and talk to me, ask questions. It just gives you a little cushion to get things done, to get help if you need it. Now, this isn't a promise. There might be a Monday we don't have an assignment. There might be a Thursday that we have like a teeny tiny 1 question assignment. I'm going to avoid Thursdays as much as I can, though. Let's see.
Our Thursday's gonna be like our Wednesdays like they were before.
Maybe. It just depends. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, typically it would either be like on a Thursday we do a quiz, or it would be Monday practice quiz, Tuesday quiz.
Okay.
So I don't know. It just depends on how it all lines up, falls. We'll see.
Awesome.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes?
We never had any Monday quizzes.
Yeah, no, I don't ever give a Monday quiz. Mondays, we're not ourselves. We're just not.
Nothing is.
No. Okay, let's talk about the late work policy. This is different than last term, okay? And there's a reason I changed it. It's because I had a few students come into me on like the last day and try to turn in 30 assignments because they never showed up. That cannot happen anymore. That was so stressful. And because I didn't have a strict policy in place, I had to accept it, you know. I didn't make a rule for it. So now we have a rule for it. Any assignment or assessment that is submitted late will incur a penalty of 10% per class day late. Okay? So, for example, if you turn it in 3 days late, you lose 30% of your grade. You can get 70% as the highest score on that assignment. Again, defining class day late. Your class days are the days that are counted, the days that we meet. So the weekends don't count as class days. If something is due on Friday and we don't have school Monday, you turn it in on Tuesday. The highest score you can get is a 90% on that assignment, since it's 1 day late. You turn it in this day, 2 days late. Highest you can get is 80. This day, highest you can get is 70%. So the longer you wait, the more of a penalty there will be. Yes,
So you're not doing it like you did last term with the
Nope.
the week thing?
not anymore. There were too many issues with that.
Okay, so if we had assignment today and I don't turn it into tomorrow, I get 10% off of it.
No. So assignments for the week, so an assignment today, tomorrow, or the next day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. These are all due on Friday.
Okay.
So you will have until the end of the week to turn it in. And assignments, again, if you've never been in here or if you have, reminder, I try to make them short and sweet. I'm not going to give you like a 30-question assignment to finish. It's probably going to be 5 questions tops.
The exit ticket, right?
Yes, like the exit tickets. That's all that I'm grading, exit tickets. Okay. Any other questions about that, the late work policy? So it says here in red, after 10 class days, late assignments and quizzes will not be accepted for credit. So once 10 class days have passed, again, that's like 3 weeks, you cannot get a score on that assignment. So turn things in on time. If you're not able to, talk to me. I will work with you. I really will.
Yes, you will.
Just communicate with me and I'll see what I can do. All right. Assignment corrections / grade improvement. This might be a unique section in here. I'm not entirely sure if other teachers are accepting corrections. But here's our policy. I'm just going to read it off to you. I understand that if I want to improve the grade I earn on any assignment or any quiz for the week, I can redo the incorrect parts to earn a higher score by Friday at noon. So, same due date.
Love it.
Yes, same due date. If you turn in, like, let's say we have an exit ticket tomorrow, you turn it in to me, I will pretty much always have it graded no later than the next day. So you will have Wednesday and Thursday to correct it if you get something wrong. And Friday during the morning, you just turn it in by noon on Friday. Even if you have a Wednesday assignment, I'll get it back to you by Thursday. Okay? And on Thursday, you see you got something wrong, you want to fix it, you have until Friday to fix it. Any questions about that? Now, if you turn an assignment in late, you cannot make corrections. Now, that is to prevent the insanity of all the things stacking up that people try to turn into me later. Let's be on time. Let's, do what we're supposed to do. If you're having trouble, let me know. We will work with you. I'm here for y'all. Any questions about that? Okay. If not, let's move on. Next page, student conduct. This is talking about behavior. Okay, we do act a certain way when we're at school. So I'm just again gonna read it to you. I will contribute to maintaining a positive learning environment by respecting the dignity of all staff and students of the Excel Center by doing these things here. You are going to be coming to class prepared with the necessary materials and ready to participate in class and refrain from working on tasks unrelated to the class. What this really means is basically if I am talking to you, if I am giving instruction, I'm teaching you something, just pay attention, be engaged. If you're not paying attention and being engaged, it's only going to hurt you because it's your grade, not mine. So if you have other things that are stacking up in other classes and you desperately need to work on them, this is not the time to do it unless we are doing let's say I give you a worksheet just to do during class for practice. You've done enough. You show me like, hey, Miss Taylor, I think I understand this really well. I have something else I need to work on. Can I? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Really, if there's any of these rules that you need to break, ask me, okay? Ask me. I will probably say yes unless it's a ridiculous question. So, again, just ask. I'm a person just like you. I'm not trying to, I want this to be a good experience for everyone. This is an important one. Silencing and storing electronic devices unless they are required for class. So silence your phones if you can. Stepping outside the classroom if I need to take an urgent phone call. It happens. You need to take a call. Just do it out of the room. It's a little distracting when, you're talking on full blast. I will do the same. If I get a call, I will step out. But, I'm not going to say you're not allowed to have your phones. I get sometimes you have people that need to be in contact with you for certain things. That's okay. Just step out to do it. Let's see. Using headphones while using electronic devices, such as your computer or your phone, when you're in the classroom and in the student commons area. So what we mean by that is you are not blasting your music or blasting a video or just being really loud and obnoxious. If you need headphones, we have in the back corner of the room back here a little white bin on top of the computer cart. There's a bunch of little earbuds. They are really cheap. They're not great, but they work. If you ever need to borrow those, don't borrow them. Keep them. Keep them. They're yours. I don't want your earwax. Just take them. They're yours to keep. They're super cheap. We can replace them. But those are, take them if you need them. No problem with that. Let's see. Remaining in my assigned classroom during each class. Okay. So that means if you're in geometry, you're in this room. You're not, goofing off and interrupting other classes. You're not hanging out in the student lounge and causing a ruckus. Do what you're supposed to do. Let's see, remain engaged in the activity of this class and refraining from distractions, such as completing assignments for other classes, using electronic devices, yada, yada, yada. We did kind of cover that. Just, if I'm talking to you, listen. When you talk to me, I'll listen too. I will. And, ooh, this one's so important. Please do this. Leaving my space better than I found it upon entering the classroom. For example, if you borrow a computer, please return it. If you bring trash into the room, throw it away. If you have a drink or something and you finish it and it's empty, that doesn't stay on the desk when you leave. It goes in the trash can. It's just kind of the common courtesy of respecting the space. You deserve to be in a clean classroom. It becomes unclean when we leave things out and messy. I've laid out all these nice pencils and tools and pens and markers and all that. That's for you guys to use. It's just for you, but don't leave it scattered along the table. Just like you all deserve to have a nice clean classroom, so do the rest of the students that will be here. I think I deserve to have a clean space. And, this is our room. We should respect it. I want it to be a comfortable place for us all to be. Let's see. Refraining from the use of prohibited items on school property such as vape and tobacco products. What's prohibited mean?
Not allowed.
Not allowed. Illegal. Let's talk about weed. Let's just talk about it. Somebody is stinking up this hallway today. I don't know who, but somebody is stinking it up. Okay? You can do whatever you want when you leave here. I'm gonna do whatever I want when I leave here. Y'all don't need to know about it, and I don't need to know about it. Our staff doesn't need to know about it. If you come in here thinking,
Everybody know about it.
we just had a big conversation with all the staff about it, and me personally, whatever, but like they're gonna start kind of cracking down on it, and if they smell it on you, there are things that can happen that are not good legally. So please, I don't care what you do when you leave, but don't come in here smelling like it.
Mr.
You know,
Last
about
smelled
your
really
car.
bad.
Right. Don't
It's
hop out
cool.
your car.
Who?
If you are doing stuff like that, at least try to cover it up. Spray something. Just don't smoke before school. Okay,
Yeah.
It can wait. Not before school.
If you vape before school,
Right.
don't smoke
Come on.
flower. What are you doing?
It's crazy. Any questions
Y'all
about
are so
that?
funny.
Hey, it's a real thing.
She said, y'all are stinking it up.
I just got here, Mr. Taylor. I don't know. I came at 2
Hey,
o'clock.
I'll say
This
this
is what
this
me.
class smells fresh. It's somebody not in this room. So
I didn't notice that.
I don't know. Okay. Electronic devices. We already kind of touched on it, but we'll read it again. I will silence and store electronic devices unless it's required for class. I'll step outside of the classroom if I need to take an urgent phone call. I'll use headphones or computer and phone in the classroom and commons area. I will place my cell phone face down at the top of the table during assessments. This is a new one, but I think it's a good idea. If we're taking a quiz, your phone should be face down on your table. That way I know it's not in your lap and you're not, looking at answers. So it happens. I've seen it. Don't do that. Which leads us to the next section, academic integrity. This just means academic honesty in your schoolwork and what you do, what you submit. If you're caught not having academic integrity, having dishonesty, cheating, things like that, it will get reported to our staff in the office. It gets put on your permanent record. You don't want that. It's not good. Doesn't look good. Don't cheat, okay? If you are not sure how to do something in here and you think, I think I'm going to cheat because I don't know how to do this, don't. I let you to make corrections to your work. Why would you cheat? Okay, ask me. If you don't know how to do it, ask me. Worst thing I will ever say to a question is, I can't answer that right now, but do your best. And when you turn it in, I'll fix what you messed up on. There is no reason to cheat in this classroom or in any classroom. We're adults. Let's have some integrity. Okay. So I'm gonna read this because I got to. In our pursuit of academic and career readiness, shortcuts only serve to harm oneself and others. Proprietary rights and laws govern the acceptable use of others' work and governs how we approach appropriately citing others' work. When preparing for what comes next, plagiarism, cheating, and improperly using another's writing, study, or product are serious infractions. Acts of academic dishonesty are major offenses in our educational growth and are subject to consequences. Plagiarism. Do you guys know what plagiarism is?
Yes,
what is it?
copying work without
Copying,
citing.
yeah,
Without
it-
citing.
Yes,
The
copying
one
work.
that did it.
Right.
That's like
If
their
you're taking
credit,
somebody else's words, and it might not even be a person. Maybe you're taking words from AI, from like ChatGPT or something, and you're not quoting that it's from that. Okay, now in this agreement, it says that we're gonna use acceptable sources like MLA, APA Chicago. This is not English class. I'm not gonna make you do that actually, so technically in this agreement, I'm really not worried about plagiarism because I'm not gonna have you do a lot of word things. It's gonna be mostly all numbers. So that doesn't really pertain to us. We'll just move on. So academic dishonesty. Maintaining academic integrity is essential for personal and professional growth. Academic dishonesty compromises the integrity and character of students and does not align with the mission and philosophy of the Excel Center. This little list of bullet points is what academic dishonesty might entail. Copying another's work or sharing answers, cheating, plagiarism, talking during assessments. Ooh, that's what we never talked about. So when we take quizzes and tests, guys, you can't talk to each other. It's cheating. You can't be like, hey, is this right? Did you get the same thing as me?
Damn it.
Some people do that. Don't do it this time, okay? Don't. I want to know your work, not your neighbor's work. So, moving on. Using unauthorized notes or devices. I crossed off notes because all notes in this room are authorized. Every quiz we take, every test, assessment, final, whatever you want to call it, is open note. If you take notes in this room, you will be successful. Take notes. I will let you use them on any quiz, anything like that. You will be able to use it. You just cannot use a device like your phone. Okay. Submitting AI generated content as your own, and sharing test details or assignments with others. So let's say your friend is sick, they got to take their test a day late. You take it. Don't go and be like, guess what's on the quiz? I just took it and you need to know this, 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 and this. First of all, before we take the quiz, I'm probably going to tell you, you need to know this, 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 and this. We always do our practice quiz. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for everybody. Not in a shortcut kind of way, but it doesn't need to be more complicated than it needs to be. Okay. I'm not trying to trick you guys. There's just no need to cheat ever. No need. Violations, basically, if you do any of these, may result in loss of credit for the assignment and additional disciplinary action. If you're not sure how to give credit to something you're using, how to cite sources, consult your teacher. I'm about to explain what I want you to do. Very simple. Last section here, reporting dishonesty. Basically, if you do these things, you will get in trouble. I have to tell on you. Your classmates got to tell on you. You don't want that in your record. Just don't do it. Okay. How to cite a source in math. Now, first of all, let's say we have a homework problem and we're solving an equation, right? Let's say that you get to your homework and you think, I don't remember how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I forget. AI is a beautiful tool, okay? It's not always the perfect tool to use, but maybe you need to type in your math problem and say, can you remind me how to do this step by step? It's helpful. It can help you learn. Just know that you won't be able to use it on quizzes or tests, but if you need to use it to help you with an exit ticket or a class assignment, all you need to do is, first of all, you wouldn't just write the answer. You wouldn't just write, oh, x equals 6. Because, obviously you just copied that. There's no work. First of all, you would need to write out all the steps you learned. You could circle that and literally just tell me, I used this to help me on this problem. That's all you need to do. Just tell me that it didn't come straight from your brain. Tell me you had a little help, and that is okay with me, okay? Now, don't just use, the internet or your friend or whatever and copy things down and not understand it. If you copy something down and you don't understand it, first of all, it's not helping you. Second of all, when you turn something in that you don't understand, maybe make a note to me, okay? So let's say you wrote all of this down, looks good, but You wrote, I use ChatGPT to help me on this one, but you still don't get it. You could write as well. You can always write me notes. I see it when I grade your work. You can say something like, don't really get it. Help. I don't know, something, just something to indicate you need a little help, okay? I read everything you write on your paper.
I've done
You
that
can write
many
me notes.
times.
Yes, yes, many a student have done it. So it's a great way to get my attention. You know, I'll see it because I'm always grading papers. Any questions about this specifically? Any questions about anything else on this packet? Anything at all? We all feel good about it? We agree with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Any issues with any of it? Beautiful. Let's talk about this last page. So I'm gonna, again, just kind of read it to you. So the first section you will see says, please list any known scheduling conflicts below. If you can be here every single day, you don't need to write anything. However, let's say you have a child you pick up later, or you have work on certain days of the week, or something that's going to prevent you from being here that you know about. Maybe you have a doctor's appointment next month and you just know about it. Write all of those things that you know of here on this paper so that when you turn it into me, that can be you telling me that you won't be here. You're giving me prior warning. I know I can, support you because I know. Let me know. That way I, understand what's going on. The next section says, please list any other information that you would like your teacher to be aware of. This is totally optional. Basically, you can write anything you want here. It can be something personal that you want me to know about. It can be something, I don't know, medical. It can be, it could have to do with school. Maybe it's like, for sure that there's one part of math that you're really scared to do. You can tell me like, hey, I'm really scared for this. Or you can tell me something about your emotions, your mental health, whatever. Anything that you want to share with me, maybe you don't want to discuss it with your voice, or maybe you do, you just want to have it there and you want me to know. Right here, I am the only person that will read this. It is private. Just a good little place for you to put things you want me to know. And at the bottom, you will write your first and last name, you will sign, and you will write the date. So this is your exit ticket for today. It's due on Friday. That gives you time if you need to take it home and maybe you don't have your schedule with you, if you have a calendar that you write appointments on, feel free to take it home, fill this out, just have it turned in by Friday. It is a grade, okay? I'm not like grading you on your spelling and grammar. I'm just grading you on if you turn it in to me on time. So if you know the info, turn it in today. If you don't, just do it by Friday. Okay. Any questions on that? Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do now is before we get everybody connected on Google Classroom, is I'm going to set a little timer and give you guys a moment to fill these out. And you're welcome to turn them in if you like once you fill them out. And yeah, we'll just come back together once that timer goes off. But if you're done with this and you still have time, you're welcome to use this time as a bathroom or drink break, do what you need to do. And we will come back together when the timer is complete.